What in tarnation is this? Who are you folks? I know. Years ago, old Blucher Luton, he's about half crazy. He told me that one night, years after I was dead, there was going to be a group of people come see me. Here you are. Let me introduce myself. My name is Captain Israel Perry. I'm a fisherman by trade. Got me a little two-masted schooner over here in the dock here. Call her the Curly Q. She ain't much, but she's mine. Like to say, I'm a fisherman. Never learned to read. Can't write a lick. But let me tell you, I can navigate these waters out here good as any man ever lived. But I guess that's not why y'all are here. You come here to hear about my little brush with history. It was, let's see, it was September 1900. I was over on the dock, I look up, here comes a man walking up to me. He's all dressed up in a fancy suit, got a tie and shiny shoes on, looked like a lawyer going to church on a Tuesday. But you got a suit look just like that, hanging in your closet, don't you? He had a hat on his head was so round on top of that water run right off of it. Now he come up to me and he says, "Are you Captain Israel Perry?" I said, "Yes, I am. Who might you be?" He said, "My name is Wilbur Wright, and I need a ride to Kitty Hawk." Now, I stepped back and I looked at him and I thought, why in God's name would a man dressed like that want to go to Kitty Hawk? I mean, there's nothing there. I mean, all it is a little old fishing village next to the Sound. About the only good thing I can say about it, it smells like fish. Anyway, he told me he would pay me. He told me he would pay me, and I said, well, I'll take you there. He went back into town to buy some supplies. When he come back out, he set his foot on my boat and on the Curly Q, and he had this funny look on his face. And I guess it just wasn't what he was expecting. I mean, I admit, I probably patched that sail up 1,000 times. The rudder was a little bit loose, and she leaks a bit. But what was he expecting? The USS Constitution? Anyway, he got on and we shoved off. We got about halfway to Currituck. You folks familiar with Currituck? You know where Currituck is? We got about halfway to Currituck and we run into a squall to beat all. I mean, she must have been a nor'easter. Wind blowing about 200 knots, rain sideways, waves crashing over the top of the boat. I looked up and all of a sudden a big wave came and crashed and took the whole foresail and went through it out in the water. I looked over at Mr. Wright. And Mr. Wright looked pale. Another gust of wind come, ripped the mainsail right down the middle. Half of it went flying off. I looked over at Mr. Wright. He looked right sick this time. But you know what? That hat on his head, that ring just washed right on the side of that round top. It's just pretty. It took us 2 days to get to Kitty Hawk. 2 days because of that storm. And would you believe that during that 2 days, the only thing that man had to eat was some jelly out of a jar that he brought with him. Now, I tried to feed him some of my food. I had food on the boat. I got good victuals. I mean, you want to try some? Oh, sorry, wrong pocket. That's my bait. I make my own jerky. I make my own jerky. You want some? I don't know what kind of animal it is. I can't tell much difference between possum and muskrat, can you? But it's good. No, you haven't, believe me. Anyway, like I say, it took us 2 days to get there, and in the time after the storm passed and all, I had a chance to talk with Mr. Wright, and he told me why he wanted to go to Kitty Hawk. He told me that he and his brother, Orville, were going to go there and build a flying machine. Understand, they were going there to build a flying machine. A flying machine. They were going to build this thing, and they were going to climb up on it, and they were going to take off and fly through the air like a bird. That's the craziest thing I ever heard of. And that's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, I got him there, and yeah, when they were here in Elizabeth City, they used to do a lot of the shopping over at the Fowler store, right on Water Street. You familiar with the Fowler store? You ever heard of it? Is it still there? Is it still there? No. No? Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, they buy stuff like wood and canvas and all for the stuff they were building down there. And one day when Wilbur went in there, as he was coming out, I was going in, and a bunch of the boys were in there. We got talking about that, about them flying machines. We got laughing so hard I couldn't even stand up, slapping my knees and everything. By that time, old Blucher Luton come walking in and says, "What are you boys laughing at?" We said, "We're laughing about them guys going to go down there and build a flying machine." Old Blucher said, "I'm telling you right now, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to build that flying machine. Mark my words, they're going to do it." And he said, "I'll tell you something else. One of these days, there's going to be a man walking on the moon." We lost it. We lost. Oh, Billy Jimmy, he's rolling around on the floor, and Johnny's beating his head up against the wall. I had to grab Butcher by his arm and pull him out of there before somebody got a heart attack. Yeah. Maybe old Blucher wasn't so crazy after all. Because those Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, they went down here, and dang it, they didn't build a flying machine. Right on the sandbanks behind Kitty Hawk, they went down there and they built a flying machine. They really did it. They really did it. They got on it, and they took off, and they flew through the air. Now, that's amazing. That's just amazing. And it just goes to show that if you truly believe in yourself, I mean, truly believe in yourself, and you believe in your cause, you can do anything. And maybe, just maybe, one day, there may be a man walking on the moon. But it ain't gonna be me. I'd rather be out there fishing, wouldn't you? You know, the first time that I carried Wilbur Wright to Kitty Hawk was September 11th, 1900. Now, I was talking to a fellow earlier tonight, and he told me that exactly 101 years later, September 11th, 2001, that some men took a couple of them flying machines and they flew them in the side of two buildings up there in New York City. And they took another one of the flying machines and they flew them into a big building up in Washington, D.C. And hundreds of people got killed. Hundreds of them. Now let me tell you, these Wright brothers, they were good people, good fellas. And what they built down there, that's fantastic, amazing what they did. And I'm just glad they didn't have to see it. That's all I'm saying about that. I'm sorry, y'all excuse me, I'm just an old, tense, dead fisherman, and I can't read or write or anything, but let me tell you this. If you're ever back here in Elizabeth City, if you're ever back here, and you need somebody to take you to Kitty Hawk, come see me. I'll be right over there across the road. And you can jump on the curlicue, and I'll take you down there, and I'll even feed you some of my good food. I really will. But I have one favor to ask you. Please, folks, pay me before you see my boat. Nice talking to you.
Good night.